Today we are going to continue our Walkabout World as we go out beyond the docks that we did last time into the open sea. What on earth are we going to do in the open sea? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Walkabout World series. In this series, I build one epic thing, one thing at a time, and then release the entire world download for not just the thing that I've built, but all the previous things too, that you can come and collect and have a wander around. Dead easy, right? But today, we are going to episode 10. Episode 9 was this eye-watering dock. Eye-watering not because of necessarily the way it looks, but because of the amount of time it took me to build it. It was insane. It's by far the biggest project that I've done so far in the Walkabout World, and I'm really pleased with the way it came out. Episode 10 is in this direction, or at least it will be. We've got to walk along the docks and come down to one of these little boats here, because this little boat is going to take us across to episode 10. I've started out by making myself a little island, tiny little island off the coast of this harbour. Now, ordinarily in the real world, it would be a lot further away, but I had to dig out the ocean even more anyway, and frankly, I decided this was far enough. So we are going to start here, and what we're going to be doing today is a lighthouse, and this is the island upon which the lighthouse is going to grow. So obviously we need to do something with the actual stone itself. We need to build it up. So stage 1 is build up this platform so as it's ready to actually have a lighthouse put on it. I'm kind of going to work on the palette that we're going to use for this as we go, but I think there's going to be a fair amount of stones, some red and white because I want to make it quite traditional. We'll get some quartz in there as well to complement that red and white, and obviously the bits and pieces to go in. Let's crack on with it. The rocky island is more or less complete. I do need to do a little bit more around it, but essentially That is sorted. What we have to do now is come up the stairs to the entrance to the island. This is what the lighthouse keeper would come up, and get on with this fella, because I want to do a bit of an underside. So this is like a ground level. Why have I got those there? Get rid of those. This is a ground level thing. So I'm going to pop in here. What wood should we use? Let's use some of that. We'll use some oak planks and bring these in to create a floor. And then once I've achieved the floor, I think I will start just to put in a little bit of storage. This is the fella's storage area. It's not his living space, it's his storage area. So let's just do that. One very nice wooden floor, and what I would normally do is I'd get a little bit of stripped oak and I'd just randomly slap some stripped oak in here just to give it a little bit more of a textured feel. It doesn't matter where it goes. You can even have some up like that. Actually, that was an accident, but it's a happy accident. We'll go with that. We'll have some of that there, there and there, and I'll carry on doing this for a sec. There we go. That's a much nicer texture floor there. You can see it looks much nicer. We're going to just shove a little bit more in there and there, I think, just to spread it out to the edges. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to decide where the stairs are going to come up for this. And we're going to use spruce stairs. Have I even got any spruce stairs? No, let's grab those. Set of spruce stairs. And I think, given that the entrance is here, we probably want the stairs to be coming up this side. So I'm just going to bring the stairs up, I reckon, there. Make them too wide, and they'll come up again over and under until we get to the ground level. And bear in mind the ground level is here, which means I'm pretty much there now, aren't I? So then I want to get myself some spruce slab, and I'm going to bring this spruce slab in to create, just on this part here, so as I've got the level for it, a bit of a floor. If I go up there, can I get up there? No, I can't. So just get rid of that one. And we're just going to go around the steps, but not do the rest, because I need to do the storage area. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this storaged. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring up these walls so as they are ready for the first level, and bring the floor across. And then we'll be ready to do the next bit, because it's not just going to be this circle. I think I need to fancy up the sides a little bit more. So I've been thinking about how am I going to do these lights? I did want them to be flashing, but I almost gave up. And then I realised I could probably do a relatively simple redstone thing just by using redstone dust and a few repeaters. And it's the limited space that's the challenge. So we're going to pop all of that there. I'm going to put that redstone there and that redstone there. Now, if I get a lever and do a flick on and off, this ought to, almost like a one tick, like that. Get rid of the levers, don't need it anymore. That should now. Didn't quite work. Right, so let me just try that again. If I get that off and then pop that there. Nope. What's powering? Because the bottom is powering the top. So what I need to do then, if I get that lever again, I think, flick that off. Right, so that's going around and around. No, the bottom's powering the top. Right, so I've got to flick the lever on and off really quickly, and then I've got to break the circuit really quickly. We get rid of that and that. That and that. And I have to... Hang on a minute, if I do... No, that's not going to work. There. So if I on and off and then break it, how's that work? Because then the bottom isn't powering the top. I think that should be working. Let me come away. Yes, it is, except my windows are not in the right place. Let me just get those. I was fiddling around with this for a little while just to try and get it right. Let's get that out and that out. Glass there and there, there and there, there, there. Oop, not there though. There, 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 there. And then glass those as well. I don't care that they're not in sync. I just care that they're flashing. And I think we're all right, actually. That's okay. Right, so now what I want to do is I just want to make this look a little bit less square. So I'm just going to pull up these across the top here, like that. And now what we can do is we can just put a bit of a lid on top of it by using some slab the same as we have in the bottom, just to build up a bit of a domed roof. So let's do that. Okay, so that works really quite nicely. I'm happy with that. Now we just need to detail the whole thing up. We've got a really weird open roof there. We've got a boxy thing there that's got nothing on it. And we need just to make it look a little bit better than it does already, because this at the moment just looks like a quickly tapering and then straight up thing. I don't mind the shape of that. The shape of that isn't that far off of what a classic lighthouse would look like, which so I'm happy, but we need to get windows and all sorts going on. So let's crack on. And I do believe we have got this fella finished. I widened up that top part of the tower. It wasn't quite right proportionally, it was just a bit too thin. So I widened that up a little bit. We've got obviously lights on there to be able to see this smaller rock with a little bit of sea spray with those cobwebs. It's just a touch. It might not be enough, and if you want to come onto the world and perhaps add a few more for your own personal benefit, you go for your life. But I think just a little bit of spray makes a little bit of sense. We've got a bell there, so as he can sound a bell if someone's getting too close, if they're blind. What they'd be doing, blind sailing, I've got no idea. And inside, we're just going to have a little look around. It is fairly basic on the inside. This guy's a lighthouse keeper. He is not a lord and master, but however, he's a fairly decent, well-off lighthouse keeper, frankly, because he's got a really nice dining kind of meeting area down here. He's got his storage area with more wine in those casks than he can shake a stick at. Up here, he's got a really lovely bedroom. The bed, it's a triple bed for goodness sake. It's a king size, super king size bed with vents. Those note blocks act as really good vents to be able to give a nice airy feel. Again, a little bit of a sitting area, and then up the top, it looks proper regal with the red paintings. Seating area goes all the way up to the top of the tower. I think it came out okay. It seemed like an obvious thing to add on to the port over there to bring the lighthouse in. Now we've got the challenge of what Walkabout 11 is going to be, going in that direction behind me. The lighthouse is done. If you've enjoyed the video and you want to download this world, the link for the download is in the description below. Anybody can come and download this. It is a Java world, so I apologise, Minecraft Bedrock players. This one ain't for you. But if you want to come and download it in Java, you are more than welcome. You'll get to walk about all the way from that house that I built in Walkabout episode 1. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you enjoyed them, and I will keep on making. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.